So obviously you've been in the game for a long time, but fighting here in Japan, does it mean something special to you? I know that it does mean something to some people, but you've been in a lot of big fights. So is it special, or is it just another day at the office for you?
It's nothing special here fighting in Japan. It's just another fight and everything, but I am excited to fight, in front of the Japanese crowd. I've been a follower of Pride, the Pride days, so I have a lot of respect for the Japanese fans. I know that they really appreciate fights. It's not like going into Brazil and they're going to scream, "You will die." So, I know they appreciate a good fight regardless where you're from. Mizugaki's a tough fighter, I have a lot of respect for him. He's fought the best guys in the competition. We fought a lot of the same guys and everything. And no, none of that goes through my mind. I believe that I'm one of the best, and I intend on proving that. And I don't think he has a home field advantage. I don't believe in the home field advantage. What it comes down to is how much work you put in the gym. Who's prepared. It's an individual sport. Doesn't matter who you're training with. What matters is, did you put in the work? No, I think Mizugaki is still in the prime in his career. I think he's done a good job, sustaining a good career. But nothing stands out about me. I don't think he's evolved over the years. He throws the same kind of techniques. He's still the same fighter. The only thing that I think is better is he's a little more crisp. His wrestling's very good. It's very underrated. But I think he's the same kind of fighter, and I can expect the same thing. But I think he's very high caliber. He's fought a lot of tough guys. He had a 5-fight win streak, and he's coming off 2 losses. But let's acknowledge who he's coming off those 2 losses to. A very hungry Dominic Cruz coming back in the game, and a very good up-and-comer Aljamain Sterling, who just kind of threw him off his game. Honestly, I thought. Yeah, I had injuries that I was nursing up. I tore my LCL the week of my last fight, so that was a good 6 to 8 weeks out of the gym right there. And then I got back to training. I was ready to go, and right when I was ready to go, I tore my shoulder, which is a very long recovery. But they told me it was going to be 12 months. I got cleared in 9, and I'm just grateful that Sean Shelby put me right back to action right when I got cleared from the doctor. So, I'm very excited, to be back. I haven't just been sitting on my couch, being a bum. I've, put some new tools in my tool bag, and, I'm ready to show those and show everybody in the Japanese crowd how hungry I am. I wouldn't even say again, I've never had, good consistency in the UFC. I'm a realist, and that's the truth, man, That's one thing I've always looked for, and I've always sought after in the UFC and under the Zuffa banner, is the consistency, and that's one thing that I really need to get on. I believe I am one of the best, but like you mentioned, it's the consistency. I need to put the wins together, and what I think that's really going to be, the difference right now is my confidence. My confidence is through the roof. I believe that I can knock anybody out. I believe that I can submit anybody. I believe that I am one of the best in the UFC, and I'm ready to get that consistency going, get that ball rolling, and get that momentum going for me. I moved to the bantamweight division, not to be competitive. I don't cut all this weight to get down to 35 to be competitive. I cut this weight to be the champion, and that's why I moved down to bantamweight. And I'm not opposed to, taking a short notice fight at 45, but 135 is where my home is, and that's where I'll, stay to be. This is the easiest cut I've had. I know a lot of people are, trying to move up weight classes due to the IV bans and everything. But I feel like it's almost a blessing in disguise for me. I've taken this weight cut, very seriously, and I got ahead of my weight cut, and I'm actually enjoying my weight cut right now. So it's never fun. It's a hard weight cut, I'm a realist. I'm a scrawny guy. It's hard to make 35, but I make it. I've never missed weight. I've never had to go back for a second attempt, and I never will have to.